Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is what you don't see coming for the week of May 3rd, 2026. It is a collective general reading. So as the messages come through today, take what fits and leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it's meant for someone else to hear. And please check out your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. And if you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said, now let's begin. Tapping into the Cancer collective now for Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What does Cancer not see coming for the week of May 3rd, 2026? What do they not see coming? One more shuffle here. Thank you. What do you not see coming this week? Ho ho. Boss Daddy. Stable, rich, business owner, CEO, big D or big V energy. Sorry, that's what it says on the card. Bottom of the deck, bad karma. All right, let's see where we go with this. Clarify this, please. Why is Boss Daddy something that the Cancer collective does not see coming this week? Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. One more shuffle here. Thank you. In your energy for the week ahead, we have the Moon. I don't hate it. That is your major arcana card. We have the Moon. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Nine of Cups. And we have the World card. The situation, environment, or connection you're dealing with. Ten of Swords, King of Cups, and the Hierophant. Well, that appears to be who is receiving bad karma. Okay. Let's clarify some of these cards here, my dear. The Moon. Why is the Moon in your energy this week? Why is the Moon in your energy this week? One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Moon in your energy this week. Five of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the Seven of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here this week? One more shuffle. Thank you. I'm being told to take it, so we're going to take it. Two of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. Oh my God. The World card. Why is the World card here? Oh, because it got turned around. All right. I just got a bunch of spirituals. Some people call them goosebumps. I'll give you those messages in a second. Clarify the World card here. One more shuffle. Thank you. World card is clarified by Nine of Wands, Judgment, and the Five of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Page of Wands. Let me clarify this person very quickly. Okay. Clarify this person's energy here this week, please. Person who's receiving dose of karma. One more shuffle. Thank you. Take it. Okay. Ace of Swords. That's the truth. Everything I was just thinking. Six of Swords and the Eight of Wands. Bottom of the deck, King of Swords. Okay. It looks like at some point in the past, and I don't know what past is to you because it's a collective general reading. I am an intuitive tarot reader, but I also read the cards, obviously, that's on the table. At some point in time in the past, you had a Five of Swords moment with an individual. I don't know what that Five of Swords was. You had a really terrible argument with this person. Maybe they lied to you. They cheated on you. They triangulated you. It could be so many different scenarios for so many of you. And I think for the longest time, you were wondering if this person would ever get their comeuppance. You know, would they ever receive their karma for what they did to you? And this week they are. And this week you may hear about it. Or you're hearing about it because it happened relatively recently to them. So in the Moon, in the shadow of the Moon, what you don't see coming is someone that you had a Five of Swords encounter with. And since then, you've moved on. Whatever occurred here, Wheel of Fortune, you moved on, never knowing what happened to that person, or if, you know, the universe was ever going to return to them what they had done to you. I just think that you moved on. It took you a long time to rebuild yourself. You're focused on your happiness. The karmic contract between you and this person, even if they're no longer like physically in your life, is now officially closed. Judgment here has been called this week. This person is receiving karma for what they did to you, or they recently received karma in the last 10 weeks. And this week, you're hearing about it. This week, some type of news, information, communication is coming to you about this person. They could be another water sign. They could be an air sign, heavy on the water and heavy on the air. They could also be a Taurus, Hierophant. How this would be your association with this person. Someone you were married to or you wanted to be married to. or you were in some type of long-term committed partnership. Hierophant could be the corporation that you worked for, like the corporate entity in a career and finance reading. It could be like a former boss, a former client that did you wrong, a former coworker. It certainly could be someone within your community if you were involved in like community volunteer group, political activism, a political group, volunteerism, anything like that, even like a religious organization. That was your association here with this person. And it looks like either this week or within the last 10 weeks, they have received or are receiving a dose of karma for what they did to you in the past. It came back to them twofold, meaning they gave you the 5 of swords, they received the 10. And it looks like this week you're hearing something about it. Some type of news is going to trickle to you. This could be something you see online, something you see on TV. You might hear about this, you know, firsthand from the person themselves. Others of you are going to hear this from someone else. This news or information is coming to you. Let's see if I can find out anything else for you about this. So this week, yeah, your boss daddy, your boss mama, because you leveled up, because you moved on, you moved your life forward and you're focused on your happiness, and maybe some of you are traveling in that world card or planning to travel because you didn't give up on life and you just moved forward, as difficult as it was. This person now is feeling double of whatever it was that they did to you. I hardly get messages like this, so I guess just take it if it resonates, and you'll see this week if you hear something about this. I'm doing this reading on May 1st. It's the energy of, we're in the energy of the full moon in Scorpio. So some kind of ending or something this person's experiencing, you're going to hear about it. Anything else Cancer needs to know about this week? One more shuffle. Thank you. 5 of Wands, 7 of Swords, and the 6 of Cups. It's someone from your past, and you are now free. World card, Fool card. You're now karmically free from this karmic contract with this person. Whatever 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords, 7 of Swords behavior they did to you, it looks like it came back to them twofold, for others of them tenfold. There's something here about not gloating when you hear this information. Just take it as a sign that the universe has your back. Wow, okay. Hardly ever get messages like that. But being a Scorpio moon, I feel like the readings that I'm doing today are just a little bit more, I don't know, I'm feeling the energy is a little bit different. So let's get you 3 cards of advice. How should Cancer handle this when they hear this week, or what should they do? One more shuffle. Thank you. Queen of Swords, 10 of Swords. When you hear about that ending, that 10 of Swords that person had, 3 of Swords, bottom of deck, the Hermit. There's something here, again, being the bigger person, taking the higher road. Okay, you're going to receive the facts, the truth about, again, whatever it is here that they're experiencing. There's something here about, like, take the higher road. You don't have to say anything. You can stay silent. There's also something, do that introspection and realize that you have a very unique connection with Source. So when you think Source doesn't have your back, even in the future, you know, sometimes things happen to us and we think like God forgot about us. Just always remember this. It should always be a constant reminder to you from here on out that the universe sees what happens to you, and that eventually the people that do you wrong do get they do reap what they sow. The karma is returned to them, and often tenfold. That is what I have for you, Cancer, for the week ahead. If you like the message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, subscribe, hype the video if you're able to do that on your mobile device. And don't forget to check out your other placements. Until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.